Good morning. Morning at home. Get out of bed, at least sit up. We reserve a few minutes Sunday morning to suggest news or trends that seem to be predicted by our literal and futurist reading of the Bible. We anticipate that the remaining 500 or so end times prophecies are going to become history just as every previous prophecy. There's no reason to think that God's fulfilled 2,000 prophecies literally and that he's not going to do the same thing with the remaining ones. We're careful to use recognized, reliable sources for our news. A lot of sensationalism surrounding unfulfilled Bible prophecy, and we certainly don't want to add to that. We're not saying the things we report are the definite fulfillment of prophecy, only that they are the things you'd expect by holding a Bible in one hand and a newspaper in the other. By far, the most well-known prediction for the future is the mark of the beast. The beast is one of the names used to identify and describe the world leader most commonly called the Antichrist. The revelation of Jesus Christ tells us that in the future Great Tribulation, everyone will participate in a socioeconomic system by which all identification and all business will be conducted by something in or on their hand or head. The beast will suddenly demand allegiance from everyone, and whoever will not pinch incense to him, so to speak, they're going to be cut off from buying or selling. The swearing of allegiance, or some say the worship of the beast, that is the mark of the beast, not the technology underlining it. Technology is not evil by itself. It's not bad. It's how he uses it in the Great Tribulation to get people to worship him. Today, we would say that these underlying mechanisms are some form of biometrics. We are now able to utilize hand or head in a variety of ways to identify ourselves or to conduct business. The most recent article I read on this was titled, "Is Palm Vein Recognition the Future of Biometrics in the New Normal?" Here's some excerpts from the article. COVID-19 has taken a dramatic toll on the global economy as governments are struggling to contain the virus and businesses are working on strategies to reopen. User behavior is going through groundbreaking changes. The global health crisis is influencing people's attitude towards interaction with touch-based solutions, making it imperative for companies to first consider user safety throughout enrollment and its authentication by implementing advanced biometric technologies. COVID-19 will make people more open to switching to advanced authentication for both enhanced security and safety measures. As palm images are nearly impossible to take without user consent, certain palm vein biometrics, as well as other relatively private parts, are the real future of biometrics. And so, people ask, they say, what is the place of COVID-19 in prophecy? It's not in the Bible, obviously, and it's not one of the pestilences of the last days because those happen in the tribulation. But it's interesting how this pandemic has altered our behavior, or at least our attitudes toward behavior. And what they're saying here is that people don't want to touch stuff anymore. They don't want to touch each other. They certainly don't want to touch the touchpad at Walmart or at Save Mart. I even get the creeps. We used to have a cousin, and he used to have a hard time touching doorknobs. He was like a germaphobe. Now we have a nation of germaphobes. Everybody's like worried about that. And so the idea here is that en masse, they're going to say, hey, well, here's a solution. We can just read the vein of your palm. Or we've talked about other head solutions before. And, years ago, people would say, oh, nobody's going to go for that, or that's an invasion of privacy. Now you'll do anything for your health, right? I mean, look at what they have us doing for our health, wearing the masks and distancing, no more passing the offering bag in church. We can't have a meet and greet, all of that. And so it'd be nothing for them to say, hey, in the interest of personal health, we're switching to this palm vein technology or this forehead technology, so you don't have to touch anything. Everything will be safe and secure. We're not saying palm vein biometrics is definitely going to emerge as the tech behind the mark of the beast. It could be something completely different. But if this were the Great Tribulation, a biometric mechanism like that sounds exactly like what the Bible predicted over 2,000 years ago. That is what we're saying. Now, we believe the resurrection and the rapture of the church is imminent, meaning it could happen at any time. Nothing has to occur before Jesus can come to take the church to heaven. He's going to come in the clouds, raise the dead believers of the church age, and then transform the bodies of living believers into our glorified resurrection bodies, we will join him in heaven while the earth endures that final 7-year campaign of what I call severe evangelism. And it really is. It's the grace of wrath as God is reaching out to lost humanity one last time. Are you ready for the rapture? If not, get ready, stay ready, keep looking up, because, but you're not, Jesus is coming.